It's been 4 years since U2 last toured together. Four years since Bono, The Edge, Adam Clayton, and Larry Mullen Jr. conquered the world. Selling more than 7 million tickets and earning more than $700 million. Leading Rolling Stone magazine to label them the biggest band on Earth. Your last tour, the 360 tour, was the most successful tour in history.
Right. Thank God.
What?
That was great. Loved hearing you say that, Anthony. We're going to get on just great.
That means something to you, though.
Yeah, of course it does. I mean, we're a live band.
It's all right, it's all right, all right. She in the stage.
Are you competitive about that sort of thing? I mean, did you feel yourself competing against the Stones while they were touring?
I remember, you know, Mick Jagger came to see us at Pop Mart, and we'd really gone to some lengths at Pop Mart. He said, "Oh," he says, "this is getting like Star Wars."
Their new show, the Innocence and Experience Tour, is still big. They've left the huge outdoor stadiums and moved indoors.
Chasing down the days of fear, chasing down a dream before it disappeared.
You're playing smaller arenas this time.
Oh yeah, the club gigs. It's a club gig.
But they're still traveling with 24 semi-trucks full of gear.
Look, the lion tamers are over there. Bring out the camels. It's a circus. Come to town.
You know, we're so distracted half the time that they put arrows.
To tell you where to go?
Yeah, it's like...
We caught up with the band on the road. First in Vancouver, where they spent a month rehearsing.
This is the behind-the-scenes stuff that no one gets to see.
We're actually under your stage. Is where
We are under the stage right now.
The Edge took us through their subterranean stage setup.
This is what we call Guitar World.
Guitar World.
And the reason why there's so many is that every guitar in the show has to have a spare. This is the steps that I'll come up at the beginning of the show, and this is my little area of the stage.
A U2 tour is a blend of both high and low tech. Edge uses these antique amps.
It's still valve technology.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same as it was in the 50s.
Yeah. But then there's the mammoth LED screen suspended above the arena floor.
We basically have this double-sided screen, but we can also climb into the image. Do you want to come up and see inside?
Let's take a look. During their concert, the band climbs into what feels like a giant cage.
This will be our home for the next year or so.
What's it like performing in here?
It's different. It's very different.
But it's transforming the concert experience.
Like
that? When my image was thrown on the screen, with Edge inside, I could appear to hold him in the palm of my hand. On opening night, it was Bono's hand reaching out. But that first night, the tour almost ended in Vancouver, when the Edge went over the edge.
It was a moment of reverie where I just completely lost track of where I was on the stage.
Luckily, he was unhurt. Were you guys nervous when he went over the side?
Sick in the pit of my stomach.
It was a weird moment.
Because I knew what was down there.
Start and end all in the same evening.
Yeah, it would have been the shortest tour in history.
I was thinking about days off myself. But...
The tour had already been postponed once after Bono crashed a bicycle in Central Park in November, fracturing his cheek, shoulder, and hand. He still can't play guitar.
I can't close these fingers.
You can't close them at all?
No.
Do you think you'll ever be able to?
They don't know.
Do you remember lying on the ground after it?
No.
Not at all.
Nothing.
When you figured out what had happened, what were you thinking?
Edge says that I look at my body like it's an inconvenience, and I need to be more mindful. And I've been disagreeing with Edge on all my life on musical matters, but I'm starting to pay much more attention to him on philosophical ones.
Next year will mark 40 years since the four band members first came together. It didn't look promising at first. This is a rejection letter from RSO Records in 1979. Your tape, it read, is not suitable for us at present. We wish you luck with your future career.
I mean, we got rejected by pretty much every record label in the UK. I mean, it wasn't just that letter. We have probably 6 or 7 similar letters.
Something in your eye.
With their new album and tour, U2 has returned to their early days in Dublin. Bono's song Iris is about his mother, who died when he was 14.
Hold me close and don't let me go. Hold me close.
Not a very punk rock thing to do, is it, writing a song about your mother? I mean, I was really, really embarrassed and woke up a few days before the Apple release and tried to stop it from being on the album.
Really?
Yeah, I just thought, oh, I can't do this. I can't do this to myself. I'm a macho Irish singer, blah, blah, blah.
But while texting his brother that day, he realized it was an important anniversary.
And she, Iris, collapsed at the graveside of her father as he was being put into the ground. And I never saw her again.
She died a few days later.
She did. And the day I texted, 3 days before the Apple release, well, the day was the day she collapsed. 40 years. And you know, if you're looking for cosmic rhymes, and I am always looking for cosmic rhymes, that felt like a blessing to me. It was a moment, you know?
If there is a light, it can always see, and there is a world we can always be.
They're all in their 50s now.
Why do you keep coming back for this?
There's something in the jeopardy.
They've sold 170 million records, but there's still a driving insecurity behind this band, a desire to remain relevant.
If you let go of that aspect of the culture of popular music and you choose to be less popular, you're sort of in a different game.
So many bands don't make it. Why are you still here?
We love it. We just love that moment where a song comes together and it really, we think it's connecting, and it's, I guess we just love what we do.
So U2 is back on the road, trying to push the envelope again.
I mean, you have to find a reason to want to go back, yes?
The songs want us to do that. You know, people say your songs are like your children, and they're not.
They're not.
No, they're like your parents. They tell you how to dress, what to look like, how to behave, and they don't like being ignored. They really don't.
If there is a light, don't let it go out.